Hi there, so welcome this evening to another one of our lovely guided healing meditations. Thank you for joining me. I'm really glad you could be here on this Friday. So we're going to do a really lovely meditation this evening, which is going to help us to release trauma. So that's what a lot of what I do is involved in, helping people release their trauma. A lot of us don't realise how much trauma we might have suffered in our lives and how it's affected us. So tonight's meditation will help you whether you realise you have trauma or not. It's very likely that there's some buried in there somewhere. Different degrees for everyone. You don't have to have been, suffering with PTSD, for example, to have suffered trauma from childhood. Of course, there's also karmic trauma from past lives. So we're going to look a little bit deeper into that this evening. So you're going to get nice and comfortable, because this is going to be a slightly longer meditation, probably about 30 minutes or so. So you're going to get nice and comfy. Maybe come and lie down and enjoy getting some blankets, using an eye bag if you have one, just while I just wait a few minutes, just checking if anyone else is going to join us. Good. Brilliant. Good. So getting nice and comfy on your back and just gently closing the eyes and starting to take some nice, long, slow, deep breaths in and out. And that's all you need to think about now. All you need to worry about now is your breath, just focusing on your inhale and exhale. And if you haven't joined me for one of these healing meditations before, I'll just quickly explain what we do. So I'm going to guide you into a lovely relaxation, talk you through this meditation to release trauma. Throughout the meditation, I'll be sending you distant healing, so you'll be receiving that throughout. I'll then play you my lovely crystal singing bowl to just soothe you into a little more relaxation. And all you need to do is just lie back and enjoy the whole 30 minutes or so. Good. So if you've just joined, feel free to lie down. Feel free to come onto your back or come to sit. Make sure you're going to be warm. Make sure the phone's unplugged. You're not going to be disturbed. And we'll just start to breathe in and out of the nose, if you're able to this evening, nice and long and slow. Deep breaths. In and out, just to begin to soothe your way in. And start to feel your body relaxing, your body releasing, letting go of any tension in your body, any heaviness in your body, any tightness anywhere in the shoulders or in the back, in the hips, in the arms, in the legs. Just releasing and relaxing your hands and your fingers, your feet and your toes. Nice, smooth breaths. Sitting or lying down, just wherever you can be to be really comfortable. Good. So focusing into your joints again, we're going to begin down at the toes. We're going to release and really feel the joints in the toes relaxing. And then take that to your ankles, releasing the ankle joint. And then moving up the legs to the knees, releasing and relaxing around the knees. And then around your hips, largest joint in the body. So really focusing on allowing the sit bones to sink down into the floor. Nice and relaxed in the hips. Then the whole of the spine. Up into the shoulders, right side and left side. Down the arms into that smaller joint of the elbow, can get very tight in there, the wrists. And then again, we're going to become aware of the fingers. So we'll feel the thumbs and the fingers, the joints within them, relaxing and softening. We'll then move back up and become aware of the neck. And then feel the whole of the head sinking down into the floor. The back of the head, the crown of the head. Relaxing over your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyes. Softening down the nose, the nostrils, the tip of the nose. Relaxing your cheeks, your ears. And then being aware of your mouth, your lips, softening, teeth parting, chins relaxed and the jaws relaxed. And then feel that you can send that wave of relaxation right down the front of your body, over your chest, your belly, down over the tops of your legs, back into your feet. So there's a real sense of letting go. And in this meditation, there's going to be a real sense of release and surrender and letting go. We're going to try to move beyond the mind. The mind likes to get busy, it likes to get involved, it thinks it has all the answers. This meditation, we're going to move deeper and ask the heart and the soul to help us to heal. Heart memories, soul memories, as well as memories in the mind. So I want you to imagine now that you have a light pouring down through your body. And this light is the angelic healing that we're going to work with in this meditation. You can imagine it as a beam of light, like a pillar. It's a really strong, energetic light. There's nothing faded or flaky about this light. It's a really strong light. You could imagine it as white or golden or any other colour that feels right for you this evening. And imagine it moving down through your body, through all of your energy centres, right down through your legs, out your feet and into the earth. This light is plugging you in to the two sources of energy that we have as human beings. We have the earth energy that draws up from Mother Earth, from Gaia, and from our earth star beneath our feet. And then we have the celestial energies from the divine, from the heavenly realms, from the angelic realms that pour down from above, down through the crown and connect us to our soul star above the head. So feeling aware of that beam of light that's just plugging you, tuning you in to this energy. Stay with your breath. So this white light is crystalline and it carries with it light that will help to activate memories in you and help to clear trauma that you may have stored in your DNA from karma, from previous lives, from ancestral traumas in your family line. And it will also help to clear trauma still locked in your body from trauma in this life. Trauma likes to stay stuck in the body and it causes us to keep repeating over and over again patterns of behaviour that are detrimental to our well-being and to our peace. So feel that this light, the intention of it is to help you heal very deeply and to activate. So just feel that you can allow that to happen. Again, get your mind just to move out the way a little by focusing on your breath. We're healing through the heart and through the soul here tonight. So in this meditation, we're going to heal not only our individual traumas, but also our collective traumas that we hold together as human beings. And particularly the traumas that we're holding at the moment in the current situation that we're in on the planet, which no one is escaping, and which many, whether they realise it or not at this time, have been traumatised by. We are going through a time of collective trauma and fear. And it may only become apparent in the future just how traumatised we've been as a collective. We're also in this meditation going to focus on healing the trauma of the planet. Mother Earth herself has been traumatised by the actions of humans. So let's breathe back into the heart. And it's in your heart that you will begin to activate and remember anything that needs to be released, anything that needs to be released from the past or the present. And I want you to feel now that throughout this releasing, you will feel stable because you're held in by this angelic light that will stabilize your energies. You will stay centered and anchored in your body through the earth star beneath your feet, and you will gain strength from this meditation. So taking the awareness down into the heart now, imagine this light that you've drawn down through the crown of the head and up through the feet is collecting at the heart like a spinning wheel inside your body of light, moving in a clockwise direction. And that light is so strong and so pure, it's radiating out now all around your heart, through your energy body, through your aura, through your prana. And it's helping you to remember. So try to prevent the mind from getting too involved by focusing deeply into your breath and into your heart. If the mind starts to wander and get busy, just ask the mind. You can simply say, shh. You can give yourself a little internal shh, because we're asking the soul now to help us to heal, the heart and soul. So I'm going to call in the healing energies. I'm just going to take a moment just to sit now in silence and to send beams and rays of healing angelic light to you now. And you might notice anything coming up just as we begin. And I don't need to know exactly who's here in this meditation now or who's watching it in the future. The intention is that it will be received by all. And you can take part in receiving the healing by giving permission for it to be received. Just set out a little intention that you're open to receiving healing from me, from my angels, and from your own angels and light beings and guides. And you can just feel that light again there at the heart, getting stronger, getting brighter, radiating, illuminating. As you allow yourself to be open and receptive to healing. So we're going to ask the heart and the soul now to begin to remember your individual traumas in this life, whether they be past or present. Taking yourself back to childhood. There may be memories that you've covered and are too painful to uncover at this time, but if possible, staying in your heart, asking your soul to help you to remember and heal just by bringing things up to the surface, things bubbling up to the surface of times when you were a child, when you felt traumatized, when you were perhaps very small and you didn't perhaps feel fully protected by the adults around you, whether it was parents or teachers or other adults in any situation that you were ever in. Or perhaps other children. I just want you to allow those memories to bubble up for healing. Anything that's ready, only memories that are ready will come now. It's only memories where the timing is right for them to be revealed or remembered by you now. And then bringing yourself from being a very small child up through your school years to being a teenager. Anything that happened to you then, perhaps heartbreak or loss or grief. The shock of becoming an adult, grown child and facing the world. Some of these memories might be very small and they may seem insignificant, but they could well be a route to something that's become a pattern in your life. So acknowledge them as they come up. Allow them to come up. And breathe. Noticing any resistance, noticing discomfort that you might feel, and breathe. And stay in that light. Keep that light down from your crown into your base, and keep that light there at your heart. You're then going to bring those memories further up from your teenage years into your adult years. Perhaps your first serious relationships, your first job. Perhaps setting out to travel, have adventures, see the world. Changing your social groups, moving further away from your family, from your parents. And just allowing your mind to travel through these situations, these years, your 20s, your 30s. Again, don't let the mind get too involved. Come out of the mind. Stay with the breath. Stay in the heart. Keep asking the soul to help you to remember. And then bring yourself all the way to the present day. Whichever decade you're currently in, bring yourself to the present. And as you allow traumas to be revealed to you, honour them, acknowledge them. Nothing is trivial. Anything that's coming up for you now is not trivial. It's not small. And anything that comes up that feels big, know that the angelic light is here helping you to heal. We're then going to take our awareness back into the heart, and we're going to allow the angelic light to take us back to any past life memories we may have had where we've suffered trauma. Any past lives where you've been persecuted, victimized, ill-treated. Any times when you've been caught up in violent situations in past lives. When you've been separated or when you've been caught in war. Any traumas from past lives. And perhaps now you might remember dreams that you've had that could perhaps signify trauma from past lives. Things that you don't quite understand, that don't make sense. You don't need to analyse them. You don't need to figure it all out. We're just allowing these memories to bubble up for healing. So allow them to be there. So the angelic light now is getting stronger as you've allowed and been brave and courageous to recall some of these memories. We're going to allow the trauma, the fear, we're going to start to heal it. We're going to start to heal the scars that can be left from trauma in the body and in the mind and in the heart. We're going to start to heal the shame that can come around trauma, the guilt, the feelings of blame, particularly if others have told you it was your fault. So we're going to allow the light in as we replace those negative emotions and memories. We're going to relax and replace and heal with love, with compassion for yourself and for others involved. with hope of what may be to come as you release and as you heal. Forgiveness for yourself, and again, forgiveness for others if you're able to at this time. And joy, a feeling of joy that can come with hope, with a feeling of being renewed and healed. So allow those angelic healing rays to help to replace the trauma and the fear with love, deep love, with their light. We're then going to move to come together now and work with our collective trauma. Working with the energy of our ancestors through our DNA. And with the thread that connects us all here on the planet at this time. We are all here together now, billions of us, for a reason. We've been born now for a reason, to be a part of this great ultimate healing that the planet is going through. And there has been so much trauma recently. Every day for some is trauma, full of fear. Fear of what may happen, what may be round the corner. Fear for our health, for the health of our loved ones. And ultimately, a fear of death. The ultimate trauma, a fear of death. When fear is hovering above and around you, when fear seems to be hovering at the door, that is traumatizing. And collectively, that's what we're going through at the moment. So honour that in yourself, honour that in your family and in your community, in your children, your parents, those people you know who have been scared. Healing the daily news, the traumatizing figures, the fears. Healing those collective traumas that we're all going through at this time. Healing, sending out your light now, sending out your light from your heart to those around you who you know are struggling and feeling traumatized by the current situation. Send your light to them. And we're going to replace this current trauma with love. Feel love for each other rather than fearing another's death. Feel the love that you feel for them. Feel that positive energy, that positive vibration of unconditional love. How you feel that for your family, your children, your parents, your siblings, your friends, your partner, your community. Feel love in a positive way, not clinging, not scared of losing, but pure love. Feel love for your community. Feel how your community could come together even more strongly at this time, because it's human beings, just like animals. When we're scared, when we're traumatized, it's natural for us to want to huddle together for comfort, for warmth, for connection. So even though we're not doing that right now, and that is traumatizing, imagine how it would feel if you could. Imagine perhaps your community huddled together around a fire outside, giving each other hope through prayers and song or dance. Ways that human beings have comforted each other for eons through hardships and hard times. Through the heart. Imagine that now. Let's send that out. Let's send out hope for a coming together that will heal trauma in our communities. Let's send out an energy of connection through hugging. Imagine going out into your community now and hugging everyone you see, smiling at them, coming out of this isolation with smiles, with support. You might not be able to do it, but you can imagine it, and imagining it is very healing. So spend some time now just imagining the antidote to the current traumas on the planet. Humans know how to comfort each other. They know the antidote to trauma and fear. You know the antidote, and it is love. So send that out through your heart. Dream big. Dream your way out of negativity. And remember that where your thoughts go, energy flows. So send your energy to positive thinking now. We are then going to bring our awareness and our thoughts to our planet, to Mother Earth, to the trauma that she has been through. Let's acknowledge the trauma, and then, as before, we'll heal it with love. So let's acknowledge the trauma that the earth suffers, her trees, when they're cut down thoughtlessly, her jungles, her forests that have been decimated and cleared, her habitats for her creatures, animals, the trauma to our oceans as they become full of pollution and plastic. Again, don't let your mind get involved. Just let your heart and your soul feel the planet's trauma. Feel the planet's trauma from war, from famine, from the destruction that humans have created on this planet. And again, let's send light. Let's replace that trauma with light. And let's use our imaginations to dream big, to create a world where the planet can become once again a lush and green world. Landscapes replenished. It can happen. We can bring change. It's not too late. Imagine clean oceans full of fish teeming with life. Imagine jungles return to their original splendor, habitats renewed and returned to all the species who suffer, insects, birds, animals of all kinds, all colours, all over the world, here where we are here in England, Scotland, Wales, but also everywhere around the world, and anywhere that you specifically feel connected to, send your light there. And imagine that the earth is healing, not only on the surface, but underneath as well, that her dragon, her fire energy is returning and bubbling up. That deep from the molten core of the earth, an energy is rising, a magic is rising that will bring great healing and raising vibration on the planet that will not only affect our landscapes, our oceans, our jungles, our mountains, our air that we breathe, but also us as human beings. And that ultimately our traumas will be healed with the light from the divine and from the light bubbling up from Mother Earth. Send Mother Earth your love, your hope. Don't become despondent. Don't buy into the idea that it's too late, that nothing can be done. Dream big, keep your hope alive for a healing of trauma to the planet. And now just lie and relax, allowing your heart and your soul to bring you healing. As I continue to send you the angels' healing light through the ether, a transmission through the quantum field to you whenever you're watching this. And I'm going to bathe you in some lovely crystal singing bowl vibrations. So just allow yourself to relax and enjoy. Just continuing to enjoy the healing rays, finding their way to you now wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. Healing rays to heal trauma from your past, from your present, anything karmic that you're holding. And from our collective and planetary trauma that may in many ways be unrecognized at this time because we've become so used to living the way that we do. this year, these last 9-10 months have shown us just how traumatized we can be by the powers, by the media. It can be very hard to be honest with ourselves about that. A little bit like a child in a abusive home just feels that that's normal. Doesn't know there's any other way. And doesn't want to be taken away from their parents, even though they might be treated badly. It's similar to us. We're like the children. But perhaps more and more of us are waking up and recognizing that our society and our way of life is traumatizing. It's not healthy. It's not good for our mental health. There's very little positivity or care or compassion coming down from the powers that be and from that box in the corner that gives us our news and updates. So perhaps thinking about turning away and turning to each other instead. Helping and supporting each other, reaching out a hand to each other, sharing love with each other, recognizing how much we need that in ourselves, and then turning to each other to offer it unconditionally. And then you'll feel it coming back to you. So perhaps stop looking up for the answers to the powers in our society. Perhaps start looking sideways to each other, to the people who really care about you and who you care about. Those close by, those people you can reach out to. Bringing an end to trauma and healing it with love and with help and support from the light. So if you're cozy and comfortable where you are, you might choose just to stay where you are now. You don't need to come back if you don't want to. You can just stay cozy and snoozing, sleeping. But if you are coming back, then perhaps time just to wriggle your fingers and toes. Perhaps rotate your ankles and wrists. Feel your way down into your body. Feel the surface beneath the body, whether it's the floor, the sofa, the bed, or if you're seated. Take a few really deep cleansing breaths. So deep inhale through the nose and a long exhale out through the mouth. Take a few of those. Good. And then if you're lying on your back, you're going to roll onto your side and just curl up into a little ball there. Give yourself a hug. And then slowly, gently come up to sit. Bring the hands together at the heart. And if anything came up for you there, and you want to set a little intention, a little sankalpa to carry forwards with you now, just repeat that to yourself a few times. Always phrased in a positive language and in the present tense. Positive intention for your healing. And then when you're ready, just lower the head a little and blink the eyes open. And lift the head up when you're ready. Namaste. Blessings to you all, and thank you for joining me. If you're here live, thank you for watching. If you're watching it at a later date, I hope you really enjoyed that, and I hope that you received the healing. If you're not already in my healing book, you can join my healing group, which is called the Angelic Light Daily Distant Healing Group. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it's, if you search it on Facebook, then joining it, your name will go in this book. Lots and lots of names in here, about 400 at the moment. And I will be back live 7 o'clock tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday at 7. And then again Tuesday and Wednesday next week, and then we come out of lockdown, and I will be doing them I'll do one on the new moon. That will be the next one after that. The 16th of December will be the next one after that. There'll be a lovely meditation then. So again, thank you very much for joining me. It's always a pleasure to share these with you. I hope that one was okay for you. There might have been some moments in there that felt some resistance, some blockage, some discomfort. So drink water, go and have a hot salt bath. Get in touch with me if you need to. You know, I'm here if you want to talk anything through. Oh, thanks, Jane. That's lovely to have you join. I'm so pleased you could be here. That's wonderful. Yeah, so do get in touch. Lots of you have been, but you don't just have to tell me the good bits. If something wasn't so great, if something came up for you that's, you know, difficult, don't keep it to yourself. You know, so much isolation going on at the moment. We need to connect. Connection is the way forward out of this. You know, to heal our trauma from this year, is to connect with each other. So that's what I'm here for, to connect with you in any way that you that would help you. All right, thank you so much. I'm just going to send you a few little love hearts in the chat. And this is also this goes on to my Facebook page. It stays on there. And they also get uploaded to YouTube. So there's loads of meditations now on YouTube. So you can go through there and take your pick. Lots of different ones for you to watch. And each time you watch it, you get the healing. You don't have to watch it live to get the healing. It comes through anytime. Oh, thanks, Anna. That's lovely. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you did. Dozing off's fine. You still receive the healing. Thanks, Sally. Glad you made it. Glad you could make it tonight. Lovely that you were here. Good. So yeah, I hope to see you if you can tomorrow, 7 o'clock, Sunday at 7 o'clock, and Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Mwah. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Claire. Oh, yeah, it can be. It's a powerful one. As I was saying it, actually, I could feel some stuff coming up for some of you, so perhaps I was picking up on that. I'm sure, you know, when I do a meditation like this with trauma, it's incredible, you know, what's still lying in there. You know, sort of get to our 40s and things start to come up from childhood, and you know, some of it we know, don't we? We sort of know it's there, but then something else will come up that's just that little bit extra detail perhaps, and then suddenly it's like a light bulb goes on and we're like, oh yes, that's why I do that, that's why I feel this way. So that's been happening a lot for me recently, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to share this meditation with you. But it's all good. We just have to get a bit messy sometimes, don't we? A bit bedraggled. Let yourself do that if that's how you're feeling. If things are coming up, we don't always have to be perfect and together. We can let ourselves fall apart a little bit. Now's a good time for that. And again, if you need support, don't do it on your own. I'm here. Okay, I'm going to go now, guys. So thank you. Thank you and take care. Have a lovely evening. Have a nice weekend. And I'll see you soon. Mwah.